it just felt like we was like literally like in fucking hell, bro. Like it felt like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe, you couldn't see. Like just imagine all the people they gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like at least 100 people who dead tonight. Like I kid you not. Like in the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted, and the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning black and blue. Like I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people laid out dead. And like once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they could have do. Like this shit really fucked me up and like really spooked me tonight. Like that was like some demonic shit. Like, and what was so crazy, like people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. They was like help. The whole crowd was just going like help. And he just kept going, bro. It was like that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro. And mind you, y'all see the type of music I make. Y'all see everything. Like like I've been so heavily influenced by Travis, but like after tonight, bro, like God really showed me, like, like, stay away from that shit, bro. Like, that shit not for you. Because, like, he sacrificed so many people's lives tonight, like, for real. Like, so many people's lives are gone tonight because they want to go to a fucking Travis Scott concert and have fun. He influenced people to be raging and all this shit. So many people broke in, and it was just chaos, bro. It was a living fucking hell, bro. Imagine seeing all those dead bodies, and that was just by me.
Right. We're not we right. Blood of Moses. Right. We're not just a color in a crayon box. And if we knew that, who we really were, we'd treat each other differently. We'd treat ourselves differently. So when you say, I'm black and I'm proud, like, but of what? What concept are we understanding? They say, go see the African History Museum. Why do they start when the boats came? Why don't they start with the drums?
When we was kings.
No, they don't want it, but we are kings. Mm-hmm. But the 400 years doesn't have to deal with slavery. It has to deal with the Bible. It has to deal with us being disobedient to God.
Right.
And that's why we farm land that isn't our own. Record labels. Function.
Okay, here we go. Nice.
Hey, Shalom, all praises, glory, honor, and fear, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Warakakadash, and much love and honor and mercy to the real ones, the beloved, the ones that are in the house of mourning right now. And see, that's the effects of being in the house of mirth. And this just recently happened last night. I just woke up to this information, and this is heavy. This is the gates of hell prevailing against the ones that's partying and mirth, just as it was in the days of Noah. And these celebrities, these athletes, and all these people that have high seats, they don't care about the people. Even Kanye West, he was trying to talk about the truth, but they're sold the hell out. And matter of fact, when you go to Ecclesiastes, the only time people ever listen is when someone that is exalted but hated of the Lord speaks. Someone that has money and influence. Like, you seen that guy talking, he was like, Travis Scott was influencing people to rage, to break through, just lawlessness, and people died for what? For nothing. And these are the wicked sacrifices. And it's crazy because they're saying that 8 people confirmed dead and multiple people injured. Well, someone that was there saying that just around him there was 10 people just laid out dead. So it's heavy, man. It's heavy, and you can't even blame anybody but them, because they followed the multitude. They was in the broad gate. They was where everyone was. You see, they was where everyone was, And that's not where you want to be, where a lot of people are, because that's where demons and legions and confusion and chaos and evil and wickedness is. And that trickles down to camps and this truth too. Sirach 13:23, when a rich man speaketh, everyone holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith, they extol it to the clouds, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him, right? So the same thing they did with Yahushai. They said, who is this? You know, he's not in the temple, he's not an elder or a scribe or Pharisee. You know, the same thing with the prophets. You know, no one want to listen to them. And all this music is under a demonic vibration. Like I was just talking the other night about like all this music. Like I like instrumentals a lot, but when you look at what these fucking rappers and celebrities be saying, even guys in this truth, what they be talking about, like it's absolutely demonic, you know? It just promotes lawlessness. Even in this truth, got guys saying, oh, call you sorry. You know, celebrities, they'll be like, oh yeah, don't tell your man about me. And like that's a cool thing. That's like mad cool. But that's not cool. That's demonic. That's sin. That's wickedness. Adultery, the law against adultery is death. You see? Ecclesiastes 7:4, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth, right? So that's all a bunch of fools right there. And that's where they at. They're in that mirth, rejoicing, partying as it was in the days of Noah's spirit, and they're all going to be destroyed by the Lord. And the Lord, this is just a sign. This is just a sign of the Lord, the slaying of the Lord. All right. You know, and you see that dude, he was like, hey, people were telling Travis Scott, help, help, help. But he wasn't stopping nothing. See, he's a false prophet. All these people are false prophets, man. And what's heavy too is like they're sold out, so they need to do that wicked demonic shit. And look, the people saying help, help, help. All he had to do was stop the music and be like, you know, just basically telling people stop what doing. Everyone pause, you know, help people. You know what I'm saying? But they're not the saviors. They're not the elect. They're demons. They're false prophets. They're just working with Esau to slay people. Isaiah 66:16, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. And there would be many, there would also be many deceived, many false prophets. You see? Matthew 24:5, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Even fucking Kanye West. You see? Even these guys in this truth, they say they're of Yahushai. They're deceiving many. Okay? And it's heavy because a lot of those gates, people just was running through. You had security, you had some cops on horses. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't stop that. You see, because those are people rushing and running in a freaking multitude in the broad gate to their own destruction. You can't stop that. See, we can't stop people that are running to their own demise. And that's a terrible way to die, is be trampled on, man. And the scriptures talk about that, how those that aren't measured in the temple, that aren't truly worshiping the Lord, they're going to get trodden underfoot like that. So it's heavy. Revelation 11 in verse 1, and there was given me a reed like unto a rod. And the angel stood saying, rise, measure the temple of God and the altar and them that worship therein, right? And the true worshipers are few. And they're in the house of mourning. They're in peace. They're safe. They're alive. They're still breathing. They're not in the broad gate. They're not following a multitude to do evil. Exodus 23:1. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread under foot 42 months. And I'll give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. Right? Let me get this word for power. Like it says in Acts, they shall receive power. But the wicked, they're going to be powerless. They're not going to have any power. They're just going to be turned off. They're going to die horrible deaths. So this word power is dynamis, which is strength, ability. Power performing miracles, moral power, excellence of soul, power and influence, which belongs to riches and wealth, right? So this is the true riches that the world is distracted from, which is on the inside, which people are just empty. People are full of darkness and death, and they don't have that light. They don't have that life of Yahushai, the blood of the Lamb, the breath of life in them. Matthew 16:18, and I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And the daughters, and then like you have like a lot of these movies. And even this music that's being made today is just saltless. It's just, there's no, like, you're not going to find, I mean, yeah, you're going to find places, but it's not like how it used to be. You know, Babylon, this place, Glory Days, is definitely passed away. No one dances anymore. No one sings. No one, it's like no one, you know, there's no salt, because the elect are in the spirit of, like, getting the hell out of here, you know. We're not in the spirit of dead, because we have the salt. We still have the soul, the essence of life. See, these people are soulless. So Ecclesiastes 12:4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound, the grinding is low. Right? People don't want to work, unemployment, you know, the vaccine mandates, all this bullshit is all signs pointing towards the end and demise of this corrupt society. It says, he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So all the entertainers are being brought low. All those that exalt themselves and promote themselves, promos, are being abased, but the lowly are being exalted. And everyone's really showing who their true colors are. A lot of people are just for Satan. They're for Esau. They're for this beast. They're for this world. And they're causing many to die by following them. Luke 14:11, for whosoever exalts himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. So Lord, he's exalting the little ones and the ones that's actually sighing and crying because of all these abominations. Isaiah 40:4, it says, every valley shall be exalted, which a valley is something that is low. It's to the ground. It says, and every mountain and hill shall be made low, and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough places plain. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it. And Yahushai is speaking through his few men in these last days to say certain things that need to be said. The Lord said, don't follow multitude. And that's what this world promotes. Even camps, they tell you to follow them. You can only follow us. You have to come through the elders to serve and worship Yahushai. No, Yahushai is a mediator to the Heavenly Father. That's the true worship of the Lord. See, a lot of guys have a false worship, and they're causing you to be in the broad gate where everyone else is, where there's chaos, confusion, people not knowing what's right from wrong. They don't know who's a real prophet from a false prophet. That's what they're causing. They're causing people not to be able to discern spirits, but just to follow blindly. So Exodus 23:1, thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. See, a lot of people that are joining hand in hand with the false witnesses, the false prophets. You see, by connecting yourself with them, by being around them and touching them, the Lord's not going to receive you. The Lord said, touch not the unclean thing, and he shall receive you as sons and daughters. Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after May to rush judgment, right? And that's what people also do. They speak in a cause to stop judgment, righteous judgment. You know, they speak against judgment being executed. That's what this world's all about. It's all about like just letting people off, just letting people go. You know, not just acquitting everybody, even murderers and people that are worthy of judgment. You see, you know, just ignoring it, putting it off. Oh, I don't want to deal with it. You see, but the elect are actually dealing with the harsh things and the things that are hard to comprehend and hard to bear and hard to speak on. You see, and all those people that died in that concert, well, Travis Scott should, and all those people should be destroyed and judged, and they are being judged. You see, they are. But this isn't a righteous world, so righteous judgment never goes forth, only wicked judgment. So Travis Scott isn't gonna have to go through nothing, because that's what that whole fucking concert was all about. You see, that's what that whole concert was all about. And that's a perfect example of the broad gate. There's just lawlessness, man. There's no law. There's no order. There's no discipline. It's symbolic of how a lot of guys are in this truth too. Matthew 7 and verse 13, it says, "Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat." So there's so many people that's in the broad, where everyone is. They want to fit in. They want to be accepted of men, accepted of persons. See, that's how you guys are in this truth. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth to life, and few there be that find it. Right? So you have to be called out of it to be able to bear your cross and have your eye single. And when everyone else around you is doing the wrong thing, you're going to say, nah, I'm not going to do this. Make a stand. Break out of the fucking spell of man and camps, right, in this world, and do something in certain things and say things that no one else is doing. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves, right? And just like this demon, this false prophet, Jesus, what he called himself, which obviously when you play around with words, he's trying to call himself Jesus, right? But nonetheless, these are false prophets, man. You know, outwardly, right, they put on a front, but inwardly they're just a wolf. They're a wolf. They're part of the pack. They're heads of the pack. So they have a form of godliness, but they deny the power. They deny the influence that Yahushua and the Holy Spirit has. You say that they deny that with oh, I know this, I know that. Yeah, we're the blood of Moses. We're the blood of the Messiah. But they're not teaching the Lord's words. You see, they're anti-Yahushua with them knowing who the Messiah is and knowing who they are and who our people are. So it's very deceitful, the times we're living in right now. It's very deceitful. So, another thing too about the wicked is like, once they know that there's no more hope for them, they might like try to like speak out on certain things and act like they're righteous or like they're like waking up, but really it's just a front, you know? It's just a front. Psalms 43:1, "Judge me, O God, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation, or deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man," right? And that's what this world is full of. Micah 6:12, "For the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth," right? Full of subterfuge. Like that dude, Menata Zagba, that's Korah, be saying. You see? Jeremiah 51 and 58. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken, and her high gates shall be burned with fire, and the people shall labor in vain, and the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. Verse 60. So Jeremiah wrote in a book all the evil that should come upon Babylon, even all these words that are written against Babylon. And in the word of the Lord are his works. So Lord, he's working right now. You know? Like it's saying 1 Psalms 119, it is time for thee, O Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law. Just full of confusion and chaos and unrighteousness. Verse 61, and Jeremiah said to Sariah, when thou comest to Babylon, and shalt see, and shalt read all these words, then shalt thou say, O Lord, thou hast spoken against this place to cut it off, that none shall remain in it, neither man nor beast, but that it shall be desolate forever. So this was like a future prophecy, not necessarily of that Babylon then, but of this great Babylon, this mystery Babylon now. And all you great men that exalt yourself and are part of the mystery of iniquity, part of this world. Really, they haven't accepted the not of Yahushai. They're actually, on the contrary, the mystery of iniquity. They add sin upon sin. They're not really repentant to Yahushai. They just use Yahushai for their own sinful lust. You see how heavy that is? It's very deceitful how they teach the word of the Lord, these camps. 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And we're working the works of him that sent us. We've really been sent to the Lord to really bring this division and get the righteous away from the wicked, far away as the wicked as you can, so they're not judged and condemned with the world. You see? Psalms 119, 126, it is time for the Lord to work, for they have made void thy law. And this is all going into the mystery of Yahushua. It is 127. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, above fine gold, right? So we love the word of the Lord and what the Lord told us to do, Yahushua, our master, more than fucking gold, the gold of this world that's cankered. All the gold and silver of this world and their true riches has been defiled, is fake, is lied of. You see? I don't put my trust in man. When man tells me, oh yeah, this is gold, this is silver, I put my trust in the Lord. You see, on the Spirit. That's what you put your trust in. Ephesians 3 and verse 1, for this cause I, Paul, the prisoner of Yahushua Mashiach, for you Gentiles, if ye have heard of the dispensation of the grace of God, which is given me to youward, how that by revelation he made known unto me the mystery, as I wrote afore in few words. And that's what the Lord said in Sirach, be as one that knoweth, yet speaketh little. Now if I let me get that. In Sirach 32 and 8, let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words, be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue, right? Because in these last moments, man, we're not in a time of just telling people, oh yeah, you're Israelite, oh yeah, man, to hell with people at this point. Everyone's basically chosen their path and they're in it, you see. So the prudent shall be silent in that time, because the days are evil. So we ain't got too much to say to the world. These videos are just for the few out there to really just open up their eyes and like really see the times and realize what's happening. You know, we're in very monumental, very eye-opening times. You know, Lord said to the disciples when it was getting really dark and late in the night, he said, you couldn't stay up with me and watch for 1 hour, so you really have to like be diligent to know the state of the flocks and what's going on. You know, Ephesians 3 and verse 4, whereby when you read, you understand my knowledge in the mystery of Yahushai, which in other ages was not made known unto the sons of men, as it is now revealed unto his holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit. And it's sad because like a lot of these critics, they're talking down on this movie Eternals. Well, the scriptures talk about how the mirth of the land is gone. Let's go to Isaiah. So the only thing that has like a spirit of life and soul is the elect. And they're not able to like, because what they do with like the scriptures, because everything is inspired by the scriptures, and then they make it into a book or they make it into a movie and they'll twist it. But now it's getting so demonic they can't even like twist it, you know, because like a lot of these characters are making them gay. A lot of these characters are making them like disabled and acting like it's cool. That's a plague. That's sin. That's judgment. Deaf and being blind and, you know, crippled and being a sodomite. It's a plague. It's sin. It's death. And they try to promote that like it's cool, like it's a cool thing. You see? But it's not really working. It's just like mad tacky and just like it's not, you know, it's not appeasing to the eye and the senses, the spirit, the mind. You know, it doesn't cause the mind to really think. It just turns it off. Like, man, I want to listen and watch this shit, you know. Anyways, Isaiah 24 and 10 says, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a cry for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirthful land is gone. And the city is left desolation and the gate is smitten with destruction, right? Because, so, and, you know, when someone's, like, having a good time, like, they be acting, they be laughing, trying to act, you know, drink, whatever. But they be faking it. They're not really happy. They're fucking depressed. That's what this world is full of, man. People that are, like, having fake happiness and joy, you know, when they go out, when they dress up. You know, the mirthland is gone. There's nothing fun. Nothing's fun anymore. If people are having fun, it's just faking it. They're really depressed. They're really alcoholics and shit. You know, which the Lord said, a drunkard shall not inherit eternal life. You know, all praises, glory, honor, and fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Hey, shalom. You know, and I'm gonna say this too about music. About music is that music carries a vibration, and just like in that scene there where that guy was using that like violin to make that like that design on that black table, it shows you the frequency it puts out. Like if it's an even, balanced like picture, like a beautiful picture, like a design even, and like evens out. It's like all perpendicular, like all together. But like when with these songs today, the vibration, the frequency it pushes out is a demonic, sinful, chaotic, not a like a balanced like uplifting frequency. You know what I'm saying? It puts, because our bodies are 70% water. So if it does that to the sand on the table, you have to understand it does something to people. It puts them at like unease, and that's why when stampeding, they were killing people. They didn't even care. They had no care for people that were getting stampeded on. It was just death. You see, like you have Esau, he has heavy metal, and like rah! You know, there'll be mosh pits, people punching. Like, why are they doing that? Because they're under that frequent. They're under being on. It's like it's literally spelling enchantments that's happening. But with the elect, our song that we're singing is actually like uplifting and healing and power and keeping you sound, you see, and at peace and in the straight gate. You know, Psalms 33:3, sing unto him a new song, play skillfully with a loud noise. And all these false prophets, they're not able to sing this certain song and have these certain reach these certain because when you sing, you can reach certain tones, you can reach certain bars. They can't bring out certain things. Jude 16:13, I will sing unto the Lord a new song. O Lord, thou art great and glorious, wonderful in strength and invincible, right? So the only thing we call great is the Lord, you know? Even Yahushua, he said, call no man good. He said, don't even call me good. Forget great. So guys are in a high transgression of these scriptures and of the Lord, you see? Revelation 14:3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. And we haven't been redeemed with corruptible things as gold and silver and money. We've been redeemed by the precious blood of the Lamb, Yahushai. And it's heavy because no man could learn that song, so they're not able to sing along. You know, no man could learn that song. Matthew 11:17. Matter of fact, started 15. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. You see, you have your senses exercised by the Spirit, and you're able for the strong meat. You know, and when it says like they're not able to sing the new song, meaning that they're not able to read the Gospels, they're not able to teach you of Yahushai, they're not able to sing and teach and bring out this vibration, this frequency to get you into the peace of the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? To bring you to Yahushai. They're not able to do that, you see? That's what it means. It says, but whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows and saying, we have piped unto you and you have not danced. You see, so this kingdom, this world, it's like they're piping, they're doing this, they're doing that, all this mirth, and you know, but we're not dancing to their song. You see, we're not with that shit. We have mourned unto you and ye have not lamented. Right? We're not shedding a tear for all you wicked and all you wicked people, man. Now reap what you're doing is you're reaping what you're sowing. You're reaping what you're sowing. And I'm gonna close off with this. James 3:16 says, for where envying and strife is, there is confusion in every evil work. And many, what they do is they teach Yahushai or the Messiah or Christ, whatever the hell, but they teach the Lord for strife. They don't teach him for edifying and defending the gospel. You see, they don't do it to defend the gospel. They don't care about the gospel. They don't care about the truth. They just use it for their own, to be looked at as something, you know. 2 Timothy 4:18, and the Lord shall deliver me from every evil work. Because while we're separating ourselves from these evil world and workers, says, and preserve me unto his heavenly kingdom, to whom be glory forever and ever. Amen. So I just want to bring out that aspect of it too. All praises, glory, honor, faith, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Shalom to the elect and death to all the wicked. Abba, Shalom.